crafting journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. Welcome to Crafting and Crime, the daily show where I talk a little bit about me and a lot about trials, live trials that are going on Long Crime Network. You're free to watch them. They have 3 different channels. I watch them for you, so I can tell you what's going on during the trials. And it's kind of cool to listen while you craft. You could be crocheting, diamond painting, cross-stitching, whatever. It's fun to have something to listen to. I want to show you where I ended up this weekend. Oh, and before I start the show, don't forget to hit the like button and then take them to the post office and charge them $69 to mail candy corn to Australia. As you can see, it didn't get mailed. I am not spending $69 to mail candy corn to Australia. But in any case, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss another episode of Crafting and Crime Daily. I do number the episodes and I do playlist all of the different trials. So if you miss an episode and you know which trial you're listening to, you can go back and get what you missed. Yep. And that's all I have to say about that. So let me show you what I did this weekend. We started the mystery painting on Friday. Mickey Sunshine, Crafts with Crashly, and myself. Right after Jen's pop-up live. Yeah, that's only funny if you were there. So go back and watch the replays of Mickey's live, my live yesterday, and Crafts with Crashly's live. Here's what I'm working on now. I think it goes this way. It's a mystery, and if you can see through the thing, don't tell me. But that's what I've got done so far. 23 shades of green in this painting. So I did some of the greens and some of the reds. There's some white there. It's a Christmas painting. We did decide to exchange Christmas paintings. What Crashly and Mickey and I did was we did like a 3-way. Crashly bought me a painting. I bought Mickey a painting, and Mickey bought Crashly a painting. And we just agreed that it would be a Christmas painting. So I made pretty good progress this weekend. So we will cover that up. Next, this is a present for my granddaughter. It's not turned around correctly. This is a painting that's available from DP with Sparklers. They actually sell diamond paintings, and this one is a mixed drill painting. So I finished the entire top row of red, and I don't know if you can see the hands that hold the heart. So everything outside of the hands is crystals. The hands are regular drills, and the heart will be Aurora Borealis drills. How cool is that? So that's for my granddaughter for Christmas. I also did some crocheting. Yeah, here. Anyway, this is a hat that I'm making for Crashly. It's going to be a stocking cap. This is the band, and then I'm making the cap in purple, her favorite color. And I have the start of a Christmas stocking. Isn't that pretty? This is the top, but then at the actual top is going to have like faux fur on it, but it's pink to start with. It has other colors. So that's my crochet progress. I was working on my sister's blanket. I only have like a couple of rows left. And today I took the day off from work, and my goal is to work on the temperature blanket. Yeah, that's my goal. Do some filming. I've got three unboxings. I'm behind a little bit. 3 unboxings. And I want to do an intro for the Diamonds in Paris event that is coming up January 1st. So if you don't know about that, watch for the video where I describe what that's all about. Talk about sponsors. Hopefully I can lock in some more sponsors today. We already have one, diamondpaintdrills.com. They're going to be giving away a $25 gift card and a discount during the event. So if you wanted to order sparklers for whatever you're going to paint during the Diamonds in Paris event, you could do it, you know. I've got a pretty big canvas, so I know that I could order some sparklers and start somewhere else on the canvas and get them in time to do the the canvas. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. All right. As always, let's get out the planner. I've got pen. Oh, here, I have a pen right here. Pen. All right. As you know, last week I mistakenly already decorated for this week. So we don't have to do that. Yay. So we already fixed up this week. Now look what I did. It's already decorated. I put here's today. What did I put? No, that's just a sticker. Here's today up here. Tomorrow I have an appointment with the orthopedic doctor. So that I put the appointment thing in there. I taped it in. I thought they had given me a sticker. It's not a sticker, so I taped it over tomorrow. And then there's some other things here. You know, this is where I put this day in history and what national day it is. And today is National Cappuccino Day. Cappuccino. I can't spell it. Day. And this day in history, what are we going to talk about? The invention of the X-ray. Invention of the X-ray. Stay tuned till the end to hear about that. Okay. And under here I said, fresh air, don't care. You know, the other day was, well, which day was it? I think it was Saturday. I did a show on Saturday. It was Play Outdoors Day. So my sister and I went to the dog park. We took the dogs. Oh my God, they had a fantastic time. I walked around the entire perimeter of the dog park, which is, it's about 3/4 of a mile. But afterwards, my shoulder hurt so bad because, you know, you have to use the leash to get them from the car into the park. And Tootsie was like, she remembered that park and she's like, I want to go. And she was pulling me and I should have been holding her in the other hand. Of course I wasn't. So it's still, it doesn't, I don't know. It's just sore when I do certain things. So appointment tomorrow. Yeah, more to come on that. And I checked this is a good time of year to check. If you have an FSA, a flexible spending account with your employer, this is a great time of year to check that. Check the balance. If you have a balance on there, you know you have to use it by a certain date. Make an appointment with your eye doctor. Get your eyes examined and then go get new glasses. Yes. I want to get, I have readers that work fantastic. These, I know I need new glasses. Sometimes it just feels like blurry sometimes, especially I don't see as well at night. That seems to be an issue. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can correct that. I also want to get a pair of sunglasses because I have enough left on my FSA to do that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. So what do we say? National Day? National... What did we say? I don't remember. I don't remember. Cappuccino. That's why I don't remember, because I don't drink cappuccinos. I can't have all that coffee. Oh my God, the caffeine. What it is it's a shot of espresso with some hot steamed milk, and they make the little cute little designs on the top, and you can get them at the barista. Will make them for you at Starbucks and other coffee bars. I don't know if they make those at Dunkin' Donuts. I think they have like a cappuccino. I don't know. I'm not a barista. Yeah, don't ask me. I think I've already done these 2 symbols. I need to get a different symbol out. So if you enjoy cappuccino, today is the day to go get one. Yep, right now. Go, 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 go. All right, which one do I want to do? I need the X. Where's the X? Or I could do, which one am I going to do? None of those. None of those. There's 3 boxes of drills for this painting. I have the Alice Van Gogh back out. In case you didn't notice, yes. Alice is back on the table. Let's see, where is the, here, the X. I could do some X's, there we go. All right, we'll put these away. I like to keep them sorted, so we'll put these in here. All right. Off the table. All right, let's talk about what you came here for, crafting and crime. All right, so today the trial of Ahmaud Arbery continues, although I do not see a thumbnail for it come across. Maybe they're taking the day off. I'll show you what I was trying to send her. It's not a huge bag. It really isn't. You know, it was just a bag. You know, yes, they do have like the little sample bags. That's probably what I should try to send. Even that would have been very expensive because they're not letting first-class mail go through to Australia right now because of COVID, which first-class mail would have been fine, affordable, but yeah, this was kind of like the upgraded mail. But anyway, I will be enjoying more candy corn because it is my favorite. Okay, so thank you for understanding. If later on in the year prices on mail go down and they open up first class, you will be the first to know. I promise you. Okay. So, like I said, I did not see a thumbnail this morning for the current trial. Sometimes those judges take Mondays off. You know, they did in the last trial. Let's just see if it's going on today. The Kyle Rittenhouse case is going on, but I have not been following that. Some of you have, and I applaud you because I just can't do 3 trials. I'm still doing I was going to be doing the Markeith Lloyd, but that's been moved to December. So we've got a reprieve on that one for the penalty phase. So I want to finish up Donald Hartung and bring you Ahmaud Arbery. So I think they probably took today off, it looks like, because I am not seeing, oh no, there it is, Ahmaud Arbery. So there is a trial today. So tomorrow I'll bring you more on the Ahmaud Arbery case. I brought you the opening statements from Friday. I will, as I'm crafting today, working on the temperature blanket, I will pay attention to Ahmaud Arbery, bring you those highlights tomorrow. But today I'm bringing you Donald Hartung. Now this is an older trial that I had started because the other 2 live trials were in jury selection. One took 3 weeks to pick a jury, the other one took 2 weeks. So closing arguments on the Donald Hartung case. So the prosecution gets up, and this is a prosecutor that we have seen before in another trial. She's very good, very efficient, just gets right to the point, no fluffery about her. She was the same prosecutor on the woman that was found guilty of murdering her friend who was a former police officer, and she was a former private investigator. I did that some months back, but you can go back and take a look at that. I'll put a link to that playlist. That was the Ashley MacArthur trial. Take a look at that playlist, and you'll see this same prosecutor. She wears her hair the same way. She's not an unattractive woman by any means. If she would do something else with her hair, anyway. So what she said was this murder was very personal, very personal. This was a family that had for many, many years been taking care of themselves. Mom, her son Richard, that they called RT, he worked at the Department of Homeland Security, and John, who was he had a disability, and he worked for many, many years, 20-some years, as a Walmart greeter. And for years, they had never had any problems with anybody. Nobody that was trying to harm them. So who would know their routine? Who is the only one that knew their routine? Besides the nosy neighbor, he knew their routine. But Donald Hartung knew their routine. He knew that John was off on every Tuesday. He knew what time Richard would come home every Tuesday, because Richard would stay late at work every Tuesday because he knew that Donald was there cooking dinner. He didn't want to come home and talk to Donald, so he would stay late at work till after Donald left, and then he would come home. So who had the motive to do this? Donald did, the defendant. He knew that his siblings and his mother had money. John's account, John, the guy that had worked at Walmart, after his father's death, his account had $213,000 in it. Mom's account was quickly depleting because she would spend thousands of dollars every month at QVC. She was probably their biggest spender, I don't know. She had $332,000 in her account, and Richard RT had $349,000 in his account. So over $900,000 between the three of them in their accounts. Donald was the only one that knew this. He was the only one that knew what was in that will, because his mother had told him, you are out of the will. If I die, everything goes to your brothers. The $332,000 that I have goes to your brothers. You don't get anything. And she did put in her will, not for lack of love and affection, but because I provided for you during your lifetime. Also cut her grandson, Donald Jr., out of the will. So Donald is the only one that had the motive. He knew that in order to get that 900 grand, he not only had to kill his mother, he had to kill his brothers, who were the beneficiaries of his mother's estate. So if she died, all that money would go to her, and if they died, all of that money would go to Donald. Then the prosecutor talked about the snitch, what he knew, all the things that he knew that nobody else knew. Even the medical examiner had not guessed about this pinky. The mother's pinky, tip of her pinky, was cut off. Now, the snitch knew that. Donald had told him, I tortured my mother. First, I killed John, who was watching TV. I went in, hit him over the head with a hammer 3 times, slit his throat, and then I went out to where my mother was. Now, she had fallen not long before this, so she really wasn't getting around very well. She had eaten dinner in her chair. She was in her chair watching QVC like she liked to do. He comes out there, he tortures her, cuts her pinky off because he wants the combination to the safe. She tells him, it's in my black purse. And we know from the evidence that that black purse was found in the garbage with Donald's DNA on it. The prosecutor goes back to talking about how personal it is. Someone turned the TVs off. So Donald actually, after he murders them, turns off the TVs. He now has the combination to the safe. They found one of the safes open. They never found the other safe until months later when a cleaning crew came in, because it was built into the floor of the closet and it was underneath the carpet. Once that carpet was removed, they found the safe. I never heard what was in that safe, or if the combination that Donald got allowed him to go into that safe and he entered the safe. I don't know if there was any DNA of his found on the safe. I don't even know if they ever collected it, because, like I said, it was found months later. The crime scene had already been processed and turned back over to the family. They were cleaning the estate. They had a cleaning crew come in to clean up all the blood and gore, and this house was a mess. It was like a hoarder house. There was QVC boxes and knickknacks and bric-a-brac all over the place. So we don't know about this safe. In any case, also, Donald stole his brother's keys and his wallet, which were never found. No one ever found the keys to Richard's vehicle or his wallet. So we know that once John and the mother were dead, Donald has this opportunity to go into the safe, take the garbage out, clean up the blood, I don't think he changed his clothes yet. He still had Richard coming home. So Richard comes home, and we know this from a neighbor, that Richard came home before Donald left. And there's plenty of evidence of this neighbor's point of view, where he can sit on his porch and see everything. And he was sitting on his porch sorting his sockets. His wife had just got him a new or an old socket set, and he was sorting them out. But he could see what was going on. Richard came home while Donald was still there, because Donald was parked on his property. And then he sees Donald leave at twilight, which was 7:46, over an hour after Richard came home. So we know that Richard comes home, he's shot, and we know from the medical examiner testimony that that he was shot straight on. Now, Donald is 6'5", and Richard is very tall. So it's someone would have to be very tall to shoot Richard, and for it to go straight. It actually went straight into his brain and out of his ear. But he still struggled. He was still conscious. He was struggling. The medical examiner said he had defensive wounds. And who else knew this? The snitch. He knew all this because Donald had told him. Now the defense comes up and says, now this guy, this is where the fluffery comes in. He's got bells and whistles, and he's like, you need to separate fact from fiction, and everything she told you is a fantasy. And oh, that was the other thing she said. The Ouija board told him to do it. That's Snitch said Donald told him the Ouija board told him to do it. Okay. Flights of fancy, and he keeps going back to that, and he says there's no evidence that Donald turned off the televisions. He doesn't really talk about the actual murders. He's obsessed with the fact that immediately after the bodies are discovered, within an hour, his client is the suspect. Donald is the main suspect. He voluntarily goes down to the police department. He voluntarily waives his right to a lawyer. He voluntarily agrees to give a lie detector test, which they never give him because they can't find a polygraph examiner in their department. They failed to go to all the other departments that were involved to see if they had an examiner. And so the defense attorney suggests that they didn't want to give him a lie detector test because if he passed, they would have to go find other suspects. They never developed another suspect. They immediately honed in on Donald, and that was it. They were done investigating. They had their man. Then he talked about, the police officer kept saying, you're not showing any emotion. You don't act like somebody who just lost their family. Well, first of all, he's talking about his family in the past tense or in the present tense, like they're still there. He's not talking about, if he said over 20 times, I did not do this. I loved my mother. I wouldn't kill my brothers. He said this over 20 times. And whenever someone would leave the room, there was one time he was actually crying. He would sigh. He would put his head down. He was showing emotion, maybe not to the degree that to satisfy this officer. And then the prosecutor had made a big deal about how, Donald didn't even have a key to this house. They didn't like him or, I don't know. So the prosecutor said, of course he didn't have a key to this house. It wasn't his house. And they never went on trips. They never went anywhere. It wasn't like he had to watch the house. The other piece of evidence that's very key is the dog. The prosecutor pointed out that the neighbor said that whenever Donald would come over, he would bring his dog, Zenith or something like that. He would bring his dog and he would play with him in the yard, and then he would leave him in the yard while he was in the house. And this was testimony that Donald said too during his police interview. Yes, I always brought my dog. I'd play frisbee with him, but then he would stay outside because the other dog was inside. Bear, the mom's dog, was in the house. I don't know if they didn't get along, but on that particular Tuesday, the neighbor remembers he didn't bring his dog with him. Even though Donald says the first thing I did that day when I got there was play with my dog. He didn't bring his dog that day, according to the neighbor. And according to the snitch, Donald told him, I didn't bring my dog that day. I had been planning this murder for 3 years. Since his father died, he had been planning this murder. And then after he commits the murder, he's already got a change of clothes there. He puts all of his bloody clothes into a bag. He cleans up. So there's no evidence that can be found in his car. He voluntarily lets them go to his house and search. No evidence there of the murder. No DNA from anybody but him. No blood anywhere. Not on his shoes. Not on the rug. Nowhere that they suspected blood did they find blood. So, did he commit these murders or not? I'm going to put a community post up, and I'm going to let you guys be the 13th juror and make a decision. Would you convict this man, Donald Hartung? This was a very personal murder. Did someone else do it? Would someone else kill this person and then take the time to drag their bodies and then put clothes on top of them to throw off the investigators as to the time of death? Would somebody else do that if it was a robbery? Do you think they would just kill them, get what they wanted, and leave, or would they take that time to drag them and then hide their bodies? I don't know. What do y'all think? Okay, don't forget community posts. Let me know what you think, or just put something down in the comments. You know what I think of this time change? I'm tired. I've used that extra hour over and over and over again. Oh my God. Yeah, so tomorrow we will go back to the Ahmaud Arbery case. I will let you know what the verdict was in the Donald Hartung case. Yep, I'm going to leave that open because I listened to the other case. Okay. I said I was going to diamond paint, didn't I? I didn't do any diamond painting. Let's talk about this day in history. A German scientist by the name of Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen accidentally discovers the X-ray. Yep. Röntgen's discovery occurred in his lab where he was testing whether cathode rays could pass through glass when he noticed a glow coming from a nearby chemically coated screen. He dubbed the rays that caused this glow X-rays because of their unknown nature. X-rays are electromagnetic energy waves that act similarly to light rays, but at wavelengths approximately 1,000 times shorter than those of light. Röntgen holed up in his lab and conducted a series of experiments to better understand his discovery. He learned that X-rays penetrate human flesh, but not higher density substances like bones, and they can be photographed. So that is how we get the modern X-ray. But back then, they were like, this is so cool. Shoemakers would actually put people's feet into shoes and then X-ray them and show them their bones in their, to show them that the shoes fit. Look, all your little bones are in the shoes. But then they discovered radiation. These people were coming down with cancer from the radiation, from too much X-rays. So they had to, stop the whole shoe thing. Now it is only used very marginally for orthopedic injuries, trauma, things of that nature. And anybody that's doing the X-ray wears a cover. If you're pregnant, you wear a cover. It's to prevent overexposure to radiation. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that day. This day in history. X-rays were discovered. I didn't tell you what year though. 1895. 1895. Over 100 years ago. Over 126 years ago. We've come a long way. Now we have MRIs, CAT scans, the whole, because MRIs, X-rays will not show you like soft tissue injuries, like tears and organs and things like that, and it'll just give you like a one dimension image, which is why when you go to take an X-ray, you have to turn different directions. But an MRI will get you from all the different directions. It'll, it does pictures at every direction, and it's much more thorough than an X-ray. But still, you're at the risk of radiation. And MRIs are not fun. You guys know that, because you gotta get in that big machine and be quiet and not move and just sit there like this. And then they tell you, don't breathe. Sometimes I'll let you listen to music in a headphone because that MRI machine makes loud noise. Oh my God, it's so loud. Yeah, anyway, that's when you get the Leonard Skinner out or some Daughtry and you just like some really rough, hard rock music, and then it drowns out the MRI. Anyway, not talking about that no more. Guys, I am so happy to bring this to you today on Monday. Please don't forget to hit that like button. He had to go to the post office. He's still traumatized about the cost of sending candy corn to Australia. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow in Crafting and Crime. daily. Bye.